All right, guys, Curtis Riggleman here. We're gonna do 30 minutes of cold calling right now. Now, what I picked out for this cold call, I went back to November 1st to December 31st of sold customers from 2022, and I specifically went used for this call. I'm gonna be doing a combination of the buyback call and the trade-up call. How I determine which one I'm gonna do is if the vehicle has anything that's unique to it, if it's an old body style, if it's not your run-of-the-mill, Malibu Impala, not your normal car, or something unique to it, then I can really make that a buyback call with a very specific reason why I need that vehicle. I'll create a dealer distress that they have the answer to. You have what I need, and I'm willing to pay you more because I'm in a desperate situation. So that's the environment I create, putting my customer in a winning scenario. On the trade up, I'll use, if it's a run-of-the-mill type vehicle, standard vehicle, rental car, I know that's probably not their dream car when they bought it or what even they came to buy. It was probably what was available or what they qualified for. So I'm gonna get them excited, letting them know they now qualify for the trade up program, which they may be able to trade in their vehicle and get a newer vehicle at or near the same payment they're paying now. The only thing they're gonna hear in that sentence is they're gonna get a new car at the same payment, and that's okay. But that's what's gonna get them excited. So I'll teeter-totter back and forth depending on what the vehicle is. When I do these calls for my own progress, and you should too, I track these. I track how many calls I can get done in 30 minutes, how many contacts I make, how many follow-up, because you're gonna get good follow-up through this as well, and how many appointments I set. I'm gonna give you guys a raw 30 minutes, because if you only look at the highlights when people are setting appointments, that's gonna give you a false impression that it's super easy. It is easy when you get good at it. But in 30 minutes, I'm gonna get way more rejection and way more no answers than I'm gonna get successes. But I'm gonna have some success out of this. So I want you guys to see what a real 30 minutes looks like, so you know what to expect, so you don't get discouraged with the no answers or the rejection, that you know I just gotta grind through 30 minutes, and there will be some light at the end of the tunnel. So when I do this, when I get ready to start making my calls, I set my alarm clock for 30 minutes. I'm here with one of my sales reps. He's gonna set his clock now. And we're gonna get started. Would you do me a favor? Will you go grab my glasses out of my bag, please? All right, guys, let's get started on this. 30 minutes, here we go. This customer bought a 2020 Silverado. I need my damn glasses, I can hardly see this shit. Joseph. That's what happens when you get old.
Hello?
Hello, Joseph.
Hey.
How you doing? This is Curtis over at Merced Hyundai, where you bought your Chevy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. Doing good, sir. So, hey, the reason I'm calling you, Joseph, I have a customer that's actually looking for a Chevy Silverado, and I'm having a hard time finding one. I'm looking for a 2020 or 2021. He wants that body style. I'm having a very difficult time finding one. I've been looking for a couple weeks. So, my question...
I tried to buy it in about a year ago.
Did you trade it in already?
Yeah, I bought that CX-30.
Oh, sweet. Oh, you bought that from us?
Yeah.
Okay, man. Well, I appreciate that. I'll update my notes in here. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you bet. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That's only November. This is December of 2022. The trade-in cycle on used cars is getting shorter. This used to be 2.8 years, and from the calls I've been doing the last couple weeks, I'm finding that 2 years is the trade-in point now on used cars. And my guess is because the last few years people have been buying cars with higher miles than they used to coming out of COVID, and I think they're just keeping them for a shorter time than they used to. So right now, 2 years is your sweet spot. Okay, here's a 21 Tucson. That's the old body style, right? That's my niche. The old body style is what my customers are looking for.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hello, this message is for Jamie. This is Curtis over at Merced Hyundai. I need to talk to you about your Hyundai Tucson. It's important that you give me a call back. You can reach me at 209-384-2000. Just ask for Alex when you call back. Thank you. I just realized I can't give out your cell phone. So, guys, when you're making these calls, use your cell phone as the callback so they don't have to call back through the store, get transferred around and all that. I'm not going to be here at this store every day. I travel around at different stores. I wrote down my sales rep's cell phone. I was going to give that out to these customers for the callbacks, and then I realized I'd be giving his number out to all of you. So I changed the mid-sentence there. But in the future, you want to give out your personal cell phone on these callbacks. All right, on to the next one. Did you catch that or not? Samuel bought a 16 Elantra. Let's try to trade up on this one.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Right. Okay. 15 Santa Fe. Trade up or buy back on this one? What do you think? Trade up? All right, let's try it. And when you're doing these, guys, if you got one call that's hidden, then just stay with that. Don't flip flop it. If one's working, one's not, stay with what's working. Okay, so this one's got multiple phone numbers. We're gonna call them all. Always call them all. Don't be afraid they're gonna answer. Also, when you're calling previous customers, you wanna use the store phone so they recognize the number calling them. You don't wanna call from your cell phone. They're probably gonna screen you. Okay, on to the next one. Keena. Keena? Did I pronounce that? Looks like Keena bought a Hyundai Veloster. Now, they don't even make that car anymore. They didn't sell a lot of them, so that'd be a buyback. Hello, can I reach Keena?
This is Jim.
How you doing, sir? This is Curtis over at Merced Hyundai, where you bought your Veloster. Guess you didn't want to talk. Okay, on to the next one. Bought a Okay, 14 Santa Fe. And you got to remember, the part of this that's a numbers game is getting them to answer the phone. It's how many dials per answer. Once they answer, then it's a game of skills. It's how many reps you put in, what's your game plan. That's what's going to make the difference.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
But until they answer, it's just a game of numbers. You got to keep dialing. So just don't let the no answers or the hang-ups. Don't let that discourage you. For me, setting a clock always helps because I'm also on a race with myself to see how many dials I can get in that 30-minute window. More dials, more answers, more appointments. I mean, it's just math. So don't let one discourage you or slow you down.
Hi, this is Mary. Leave your name.
Okay. And again, I would be normally leaving messages. You should leave messages, but being I'm putting this on YouTube and I'm not going to be here to answer these messages, I'm not at this case. But you should always leave a message with a little bit of distress. Something like, hey, Ruben, I'm calling about your 21K5 you bought from us. It's very important to give me a call back. It's regarding your vehicle. You can reach me at this number.
Please leave your message for...
They will assume something's wrong, and that'll get you to call back. Okay. Okay, this customer's got two numbers, so I'll try them both if needed.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail.
Okay, on to the next one. And you can see why I don't update my CRM until I'm finished. If I were stopping to make notes on every one of these, it just eats away at my 30 minutes.
Can't take your call now. At the tone, please record your message.
So I'll go back and only make my notes on the ones I make contact with, the ones I set appointments with. When I'm finished, all the no answers, I don't need to go in and make notes on those. It's irrelevant. Okay, on to the next one. Hello, Regender.
At the tone, please record your message.
Got me. Okay, so that's the end of the used. Let's kick this back over to new. So let's try some new now. So same time frame, and I just kicked this over from used to new. And let's see if this does any better for us. So another thing when you're doing these calls, because you want the best ROI on your time. You're giving yourself only 30 minutes, so every call counts. I try to stay a 15-mile range around my store. Like this first one I just looked at right here, this particular customer is about an hour and a half away. Right now I'm not going to make that call. It's too unlikely I'm going to get them excited enough to drive down here an hour and a half when I have plenty of other people that are here in town. So I'm going to focus on the locals because it's easier to get them in the same day. I want action today. If I can get them in today, that's my goal. The sooner I can get them in, the higher the likelihood of making a car deal. Hello, Derek?
Hello,
Hello, is Derek?
speaking.
How you doing? This is Curtis over at Merced Hyundai, where you bought your Santa Fe.
How you doing?
Good, good. Hey, the reason I'm calling you, Derek, I have a customer that I am hunting to find the old body style Santa Fe, and I can't find any at the auction right now. I've been searching for a couple of weeks. So my question to you, Derek, would you be willing to sell us that car back if I offered you enough money? If I paid you more than it's worth, would you consider selling it back to us?
Probably not, but never say never.
Okay. Let me ask you this, because I'm kind of in a crunch. My customer that I'm working for, my approval is getting ready to expire. So could I at least put an offer in front of you, and then you can give me a yes or no, or you want some time to think about it at that point?
You can send me an offer, sure.
All right, that is awesome. Would you be able to bring that in to me today and let me do a quick 10-minute appraisal and put an offer in front of you?
I would not. You just have to. I mean, it's in perfect condition, so
Okay.
you have to go from there if you want. If not, then sorry.
Okay. I have to see the vehicle to do a physical appraisal, and I have to send a couple pictures to my used car manager, because once we give you an offer, that offer is good for 7 days. We don't back out of it, so I can't give a cash offer over the phone without seeing it. My company just won't allow me to do that.
Yeah.
You could understand
All
that, right? I mean, we're talking a lot of money. I want to offer you a lot of money here. You're local here in town, right?
Well, outside of town.
Okay. I only need a quick 10 minutes, and I can put an offer in front of you. It really don't take that long at all.
If I come into town today, I will stop by, but chances are not good. So.
Okay. If you happen to come by, just come on by, and you can ask for Curtis or Alex. Both of us are working on this customer, so we can both help you out with that, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right.
All right, so that one, I'll put that under my follow-up category. So here's the deal. He didn't sound too excited right now, but he's only had about 2 minutes to process this as well. So now more likely what's going to happen is his wheels are going to start turning. He's going to start thinking, well, what if I did trade it in? Is there something else that I'd want there? My guess is within the next half hour, if he isn't already doing it right now, he's probably going to go on our website, take a look. So when I follow up with that customer, probably later today, there will be a real good chance I'll be able to set that appointment at that point. So just because you didn't set it right now, don't let that discourage you. Now his wheels are turning. That might be an appointment later today. All right, on to the next one. Heriberto Mantra. Okay, so next one. This one's an hour and a half away. That's too far. Let's go this one. Okay, here local. Los Gatos, how far is that?
Los Gatos, probably 45 minutes.
Is it? ID4. We don't have any of those, right?
We have two.
Oh, we do?
The body style's changing now.
Since 23 is a different body style?
Yeah, new headlights on these ones. The ones that you
Yeah.
got.
Okay. Here's a good one. Los Banos. And a K4. Oh, Forte actually. 23, they still made the Forte, huh?
That was the last year.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Jose.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir? This is Curtis over at Merced Kia, where you bought your Forte.
Say that again?
This is Curtis at Merced Kia, where you bought your Forte.
That wasn't me.
Oh, you didn't buy a Kia Forte from us?
No.
Oh, gotcha. I apologize.
I had a Hyundai Sonata, but I never bought that car.
Really? I got you in my system. It shows you bought a Kia Forte. Did you help somebody buy one or something?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Must be a mistake. Thank you.
Yeah, no. All right. Bye.
Bye. That's strange. Okay. Okay, John on the Telluride. 23 Telluride. Is there any differences?
In the inside of them. The interior changed.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone,
Okay, on to the next one. Kia Soul. Right here, local. Two numbers on here, we'll try them both.
Welcome to the Merced County Human Services Agency. The office is closed.
Okay, on to the next one. Taya on 23 Kia Soul here in Los Banos. Okay. So this is a low answer rate, to be honest. I normally get more answers than this. So,
hello?
hello, is this Taya?
Yes, who's speaking?
How you doing? This is Curtis over at the Merced Kia, where you bought your Kia Soul.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, the reason I'm calling you, I actually have a customer that I'm trying to find a Kia Soul, a pre-owned Kia Soul for. I've been searching for a couple weeks and I cannot find one anywhere, so I'm calling a few of my customers. So my question to you, if we were to pay you more than we should, more than we normally would for your car, would you have any interest in selling it back to us so I can help this customer? No?
No.
You wouldn't have no interest in seeing what I'd be willing to offer you for it?
No, thank you.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time. Thank you. Bye. All right. I'll be honest, I blew that call. I could feel it myself. There was not enough excitement or urgency in my tone. And sometimes that's all it takes is just the right tonality that makes them feel like they're winning. It creates that fear of loss. But if I just make this call monotone, it just feels like a sales call. So you got to become an actor. You got to turn it up once you get them on the phone. And that'll happen sometimes. You do 10 calls, no answer, and then someone answers and you're not on your A game. You got to remember.
Your call has been forwarded to
turn it up
voicemail.
every time.
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record.
Okay, this one's got 2 numbers. We're going to try them both.
Call has been forwarded.
Okay, we're going to shift gears and we're going to try a different month real quick. So we're going to go September through October 31st, 2022, and we're going to hit the used. And we're going to try that. And that's all it takes sometimes, guys. Just mix it up a little bit. And I don't do it by the results of the call because that's really on me. I do it by the amount of answers. If I'm not getting enough answers, then I'll mix it up a little bit because I need the opportunities. I need people to answer their phone. Okay, on to the next one. Let's see, Antonio, 17 Kia Sportage, right here in town.
Telephone number 20920.
Okay. So I also, when I was on the line, I would track all this. I would track the day and the time frame that I was making these calls. So over time, I'll know when I get the most answers, when the most people are home, when the most people are going to be picking up the phones. Because again, I want the highest ROI on my time. If I'm only going to make 30 minutes, I want as many people to answer that phone, and whatever happens after that, happens after that. But I need as many people as I can to answer the phone, so you got to track all these things.
Please leave your message for 209.
Today is a Sunday. It's 12:30. So far, this doesn't look like a great time to be making these calls. Maybe people are at church. Maybe people are hungover. I don't know. But I need someone to answer the phone.
Please leave your message for 209.
Okay. That's stove, that's just down the road.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please.
Okay. Ira 19. Right here, local.
Please leave your message for
Ira Black.
Okay, fine. Let's try this one.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please.
The timer?
Yeah.
All right, one more. Let's do one more. I need someone to answer the phone.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 20.
All right, well, guys, this is the way it happens sometimes, okay? And that's okay, because sessions like this are what stop 99% of salespeople from doing this work. They will attempt this one time, have no success at it, and they will never do it again. And that's why the people that do consistently do it always end up winning. Okay, but in this case, 30-minute window, we called 22 calls, got 4 contacts, I got 1 follow-up, I got no appointments. That's rare that happens. Normally, I'll get 30-40% contacts, especially on the weekend, but today we didn't. That's just the way it happens sometimes. I'll take another stab at it later, put in another 30 minutes. But as long as you have a start and a finish, and you feel like you're just chasing the clock, then you just keep putting in those reps. And I remembered what I was going to tell you yesterday too. 2 things that'll get you screened that you don't want to do. When they answer the phone, don't ask, is so-and-so available, or can I speak to this person? Just say their name. Okay, if it's Christopher, then as soon as they answer the phone, I'll say Christopher. Then they're naturally, it's just reaction. They're going to say hello, yeah. And then I go on about what I'm telling them. The next thing is I don't ask them, do you still own this? That's what you did yesterday. I was going to tell you. I don't ask them, do you still own the Hyundai Elantra you bought from us? That's another way to get yourself screened. So you just assume they own it, and you go through your message. And if they don't own it, they'll normally stop you and tell you. But that will happen a lot less than people screening me if I give them the opportunity. If I say, can I speak to Christopher? I'm gonna get screened right there. May I ask who's calling? Oh, he's not available. Do you still own the Elantra? No, I don't own that anymore, when it's right outside in the driveway. So just say their name and assume they own it and go through your pitch. Track your stuff, track your times. If I do this same thing next Sunday around the same time and I get the same results, I'll stop making calls Sunday at 12 o'clock. There's not enough ROI on my time because there's not enough people answering the phone to give me the opportunity to set my appointments. There you go, guys. I hope that helps. This is what real 30 minutes looked like. This is probably one of the shittier ones I've done in a while, but this is part of the game. This is what separates the people that are going to be consistent and continue doing it, and this is what separates the dropouts.